But there's a space of this that I'd love to look at today with you, and that is that it's not really about universe giving us anything, okay? Because that's still kind of going into a God concept where something outside of us is has power over us, and we can ask it for things, and we can be good and gain things or deserve things or be worthy of things. But what is really coming through for us to anchor, understand, and live from is the energy vibration, the understanding of that it is more about we are the universe in the spaces of ourselves that we believe we are. And I know that can be like a loopy sentence, and somebody said, wait, what is she saying there? But think about it with me for just a moment, please. We are the spaces of universe that we believe we are. So whatever we are experiencing, whatever we're experiencing in the physical world, in the reflective world, if you will, whatever we're experiencing is truly playing out, the energy playing out of what is going on inside of us. Allow yourself a moment with the understanding of this consciousness in this sentence. It's not even that universe gives us anything. That's an important part. We need to stop asking. It's about being it already, not asking for anything or wanting for anything. But so it's not even that universe gives us anything, but it is that we are the universe in the spaces of ourselves that we believe we are. Reflections of energy. That's all our experiences are. Reflections of energy. Now that's a really beautiful line to maybe write down somewhere and put on the refrigerator or the bathroom mirror, or maybe your screensaver on your phone. But reflections of energy, that's all our experiences are. They're reflections of energy. Judgment, when we have that toward a space or a person and an experience, even a memory, then we are in that space. We attach ourselves to that energy and connection with that experience. And if it's a space you've held that type of energy with for maybe a long time, then you understand that would be why we recycle things, because you can't change lanes until you seriously, truly change lanes. You have to choose to be and be from, come from, think of, react, respond from a different energetic alignment. So how did I heal my body and my mind? Many of you know my story. And I started hearing understandings coming in. One of the most common understandings I kept hearing was, remember who you are. And it came always in a certain tone and voice that I do share because I think it's important. But it was like a really deep tone, and it was very strong and almost stern, but from love. And it was like, remember who you are. My children joke with me, and they were young at the time, like I think 8 and 3, but they say, that sounds like the Lion King. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that movie, but I guess there's a scene in there where I think the father is trying to remind the child of who they are, and the father had passed away and comes to the child in a vision or something. I'm not sure if I'm butchering it, forgive me. That message of remember who you are became my driving point. You know, it became my focal point of truly remembering who I was. And I realized that the remember who you are sentence, it was asking me to look beyond what I thought I was. And that's what my work does. That's what AQE, that's what ACASMA. We have these titles and these roles, these, you know, life spaces that we get very embedded in, and we become them, really. And we lose sight of the vastness of what we are. And I think, I know that for me, that's what had happened. I had become every label I had given myself or been given by someone else. In my life experiences, I had become every label: wife, mother, friend, daughter, teacher, my job, whatever it was. But I had not in any way expanded my spiritual understanding. I hadn't, and even though I was very religious, I didn't have an expansion going on. I didn't have the balance coming in of allowing my vastness, allowing the space of who I truly am, that happens to be having this experience in this vessel with these titles and roles. I wasn't allowing that space of myself attention or expansion. It was almost like it was dormant, waiting to be activated. And when I leaned in and learned, looked into these spaces, which I believe is what each and every one of you is doing here, I began to get more and more clarity on who I was, what I am, really, what I am. And someone would say, well, what are you? What did you figure out? Well, I knew I understood greater what it meant to be eternal. I understood greater what it means to be vast, to be a space of source experiencing itself in this particular now, but that at the same time, I am beyond this now. And I understood the rarity and the beauty within the now I'm having. And I was able to heal the spaces of myself that had become robotic, cookie cutter, boxed up, going through the motions. I was able to heal all those types of ways of being, programmed choices. And I was able to begin being more present. I was really here. I wasn't just here living out a program somebody said you're supposed to do in this way or whatever, but I was really here in my being, consciously present, allowing my vastness, my eternalness to flood into my every breath, and my being responded. So my body began healing, my mind began healing, my heart, my soul began healing, and therefore my life began healing. And my reflection I was seeing shifted and changed according to that which I was emanating out. Okay, thank you. I get some feedback in the chat. Beautiful class from Holly. Thank you. And yes, we love you. Love you, love you. Oh, thank you, Holly. Love you, love you. Oh, look at all these beautiful ones. Hello, 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 Connie, Doreen, Holly, Amy, Debbie. Hello, Tanya. Hello, hello, Maya, Robert, Lamia. Did I do it? Lamia. I hope I did it right.
Yes, it's Lamia.
Okay. All right. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Okay. Well, I love you all. Thank you unendingly. You have an incredibly beautiful, blessed now, wherever you are on this beautiful earth. All right. Bye-bye.